in a world where technology is reshaping how we live, work, and connect. The idea of decentralization stands out as one of the most powerful and transformative concepts of our time. But what exactly is decentralization, and why does it matter so much? To understand its impact, we need to dive into both the philosophical roots and the technical mechanisms that make it possible, and ultimately, how it empowers everyday users in ways that centralized systems never could. At its core, decentralization is about removing single points of control. In traditional systems, whether they be governments, banks, or corporations, decisions, access, and data are typically controlled by a central authority. This centralization often leads to vulnerabilities, censorship, data manipulation, exploitation, and a lack of transparency. Philosophically, decentralization arises as a response to these risks. It's a push toward individual autonomy, shared governance, and trustless systems where people can operate without relying on intermediaries. This ideology is deeply rooted in values like freedom, privacy, and fairness. By decentralizing control, power is redistributed back to the people. Users become participants instead of passive consumers. Instead of trusting a central entity to act in everyone's best interest, decentralized systems allow for collective decision-making, where rules are enforced by code and consensus, not by decree. On the technical side, decentralization is enabled by groundbreaking innovations like blockchain technology, peer-to-peer networks, and cryptographic protocols. Blockchains, for example, are distributed ledgers maintained by a network of nodes. No single party controls the network, and transactions are verified by consensus mechanisms like proof of work or proof of stake. This eliminates the need for centralized validation, making systems more resilient to fraud, censorship, and failure. Smart contracts further this power by automating agreements between users without intermediaries. Data ownership, digital identity, and secure value transfer are now possible without relying on a centralized provider. Open-source protocols let developers build applications on public infrastructure, ensuring accessibility and transparency for everyone. So how does this empower users? First, it gives them control over their own data and assets. In a decentralized financial system, users hold their own private keys, meaning they, and only they, control their funds. In decentralized social platforms, content isn't subject to the whims of a corporate algorithm or banned overnight due to shifting policies. In governance systems, token holders can vote on proposals directly influencing the direction of a project or community. Decentralization also promotes inclusivity. Traditional systems often exclude people without bank accounts, legal identification, or access to stable institutions. Decentralized systems, by contrast, are borderless and open to anyone with an internet connection. This levels the playing field, enabling global participation in finance, communication, and innovation. Of course, decentralization isn't without challenges. It requires users to take on more responsibility for their own security. It also demands new forms of coordination and collective action. But the potential rewards greater autonomy, resilience, and equity, make it a powerful force in the evolution of our digital lives. In the end, decentralization is more than just a technical architecture. It's a philosophy about human empowerment, one that challenges the status quo and reimagines how we build trust in the digital age. As the world continues to move forward, the choice between centralized control and decentralized freedom will shape the future of our society. And that is a conversation worth having.